Imagine a world where science pushes the boundaries of morality, where governments conduct experiments in the shadows, far from the public eye. A world where the conspiracy theories you've heard might hold fragments of truth. Today, we'll explore the darkest secrets, stories of secret experiments that governments supposedly never wanted us to know about. Get ready for a chilling journey into the unknown. Our story begins in the 1950s with a program that feels straight out of a spy thriller. The MK Ultra project, led by the CIA, is perhaps one of the most well-known and terrifying modern experiments. Imagine being subjected to extreme psychological tests with drugs like LSD without your consent. This is what happened to American citizens, including war veterans and psychiatric patients. The records reveal that the goal was simple yet disturbing: mind control. The CIA sought to discover how to manipulate thoughts and behaviors. And while the program was officially shut down in the 1970s, many believe it never truly ended. Could the techniques developed back then still be in use today? But MK Ultra wasn't an isolated case. Decades earlier, in 1943, rumors of the Philadelphia experiment surfaced, leaving the public bewildered. The idea of making a ship invisible to radar seemed like science fiction, but documents and witnesses claim the U.S. Navy tried exactly that. Reports say the USS Eldridge disappeared entirely during the experiment, only to reappear minutes later with crew members fused to the ship's hull or suffering from delirium. The Navy, of course, denied it. But was the truth buried along with the project's secrets? Fast forward to the 1960s and we find one of the most unsettling rumors: the Montauk Project. Located in a military base in New York, this program allegedly involved experiments with time travel, mass mind control, and even portals to other dimensions. A former employee claimed children were used as test subjects in cruel experiments. Imagine this: a government exploring the possibility of manipulating space and time while exposing innocent people to incalculable dangers. It sounds disturbingly close to fiction, but some say it really happened. While the United States was advancing its own experiments, across the world, the Soviet Union was conducting equally macabre tests. The Russian sleep experiment is perhaps the most controversial of them all. The theory suggests political prisoners were kept awake for weeks at a time with the use of a chemical gas. The consequences were devastating. Participants reportedly lost touch with reality, exhibiting violent and self-mutilating behaviors. The records surrounding this experiment are hazy, but the idea that sleep, or the lack of it, can lead to mental and physical destruction is deeply unsettling. Now, let's move to something more recent, and possibly even more disturbing. Have you heard of HAARP, an American project based in Alaska? Officially, its purpose was to study the ionosphere, but theories point to much darker intentions. Weather, manipulation, large-scale mind control, and even artificial natural disasters. HAARP's massive transmitters became the epicenter of conspiracy theories, and although scientists argue there's no evidence to support these claims, the mystery persists. Looking to the future, we find that scientific ambition may have no limits. DARPA, the famous Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, is often accused of developing ethically questionable technologies. One such claim involves the creation of genetically modified super soldiers. Imagine humans capable of withstanding extreme temperatures, healing injuries in minutes, and fighting for days without rest. While this still sounds like science fiction, could we be closer to this reality than we think? We can't forget the biological and chemical experiments that leave lasting scars to this day. In the 1960s, Project Shad exposed American military personnel to biological agents without their knowledge. Some survivors claim to suffer health problems decades later. And in the former Soviet Union, Vozrozhdeniya Island became one of the most dangerous places on Earth. Anthrax tests conducted there left the area uninhabitable to this day. Are we at the mercy of weapons we don't even know exist? As we dig deeper, the question remains, what else might be hidden? With documents constantly being declassified, like Pentagon files revealing details about UFO sightings, it's impossible not to wonder if something much bigger is being kept from us. In the end, the line between the real and the imagined is frighteningly thin. The experiments we discuss today might seem like fantasies to some, but to others they're a stark reminder of how little we know about what happens behind closed doors. What we do know is that human curiosity, paired with power, can lead to consequences we're not always prepared for. And if some of these experiments are still ongoing, are we ready to uncover the truth? One thing is certain: the answers are out there. The question is, are you willing to look for them?